Stereocaulon within Alaska, and we wanted to determine the species. We had it narrowed down basically to either alpinum or groenlandicum, and traditionally the way to tell the difference between these two is the presence of miriquidic acid, which is done by TLCing the samples. We wanted to try and find an alternate method that would be faster. So basically they're pretty hard to tell apart. Oh man. So as you can see, here are two examples of each species that we've previously TLC'd. This one here is Stereocaulon alpinum, and here's a good example. And then next to this one is our other species, Stereocaulon groenlandicum, which looks quite similar. So here's a typical plate of thin layer chromatography, or TLC. Right here, this blue-green spot is our miriquidic acid. Up here is atranorin, and right above miriquidic acid is pearlitolic. So to begin the spot test, I'm going to take 2 glass slides, and I'm going to take a small piece of the thallus of each, A for alpinum, G for groenlandicum, and I've placed them both in the center of the slide. And then once I've done that, I'm going to take some acetone and drop 1 drop of acetone on each thallus and let it air dry completely. Putting on my gloves since I'm using 10% sulfuric acid, but in our tests we've seen that you can actually use anywhere between 10% and 0.5% sulfuric acid. First, what I'm going to do is remove the thallus of each now that the acetone has dried. And now I'm going to take this paintbrush and dip it in my 10% sulfuric acid and gently dab the sample with sulfuric acid. And in between uses, you want to clean the brush so that you don't contaminate each sample, and dry it off, and then repeat with the 10% sulfuric acid right over the extract. And now we're going to let it air dry for about 10 minutes. Apparently it's pretty common with the mines of esters, so I think it's, purple. So we've waited about 10 minutes, and first I'm going to take the control, Stereocaulon alpinum, take this slide, and I'm going to briefly put it over a Bunsen burner flame. And at this point we see a bit of a yellow color, but mostly black, the sulfuric acid burning. So now I'll go and do the Stereocaulon groenlandicum. So now that we've concluded the test, we've shown that these two samples, this one here, Stereocaulon groenlandicum, turned a pink color, pink-red. This confirms the presence of miriquidic acid, and our alpinum sample did not turn pink-red. This method could also be used in another genus, Miriquidica, which also has miriquidic acid. Some species do. And in that genus, the telltale color, instead of being a pink-red, is more of a violet-purple.